People don't like to think of their own mortality, but it does pay to plan ahead sometimes.
Yes, final expenses can add up quick and run well into the thousands of dollars. Now Miana Massey's looking at a new option that could cut down on the expense and nourish the earth.
What if I told you there's a way to give yourself back to the earth, ensuring your legacy lives on? Some call it natural organic reduction or terramation, also known as human composting.
Most people, when you say it, they're kind of like, what?
Human composting, we call it terramation, is the gentle transformation of a human body into soil.
Micah Truman, CEO and founder of Return Home, just outside of Seattle, specializes in the process, hyperspeeding the body's natural ability to decompose.
We use a vessel. We place the body on a bed of organics, which are alfalfa, straw, and sawdust. The body rises to almost 165 degrees in temperature. The microbes in the body become incredibly active. And in the first month, the body is completely transformed into soil.
It then cools and stabilizes, the whole operation taking about 60 to 90 days. Said to be a greener option to burials or cremation, using less chemicals and fossil fuels.
It's a much better environmental solution. But the really amazing part, and this is the part we didn't understand, if a mother loses her kid, she can be with her child. She can hold his hand. She can fill his vessel with flowers and love letters.
Some then decide to plant trees or flowers. Others donate to green spaces. Human composting is already legalized in 6 states. Some lawmakers are pushing to bring it here to Maryland.
Why not? This will never be a requirement. It doesn't violate anyone's religion because, again, no one would have to do it.
But the Catholic Conference is fighting against it.
We don't believe that this bill or the act of human composting is something that respects the dignity that is due to a person even in death.
Maryland Delegate Ann Kaiser sponsored House Bill 1060, arguing freedom of choice. It failed to advance in the Senate, citing public health concerns.
Most of us think about composting in terms of, food waste or our vegetable trimmings that we throw out in the backyard to compost, but to think that that would be done to a person, I think it's a step too far.
It won't be that you're going to be buying compost at Home Depot or some other company and suddenly discovering that it's human remains. And so having people understand that, having people understand the science behind it.
On both sides, it's all about education. Death is inevitable, so it's important to know your options.
I think it's really important that we as a culture begin to look at what our last act on this planet means. What is it we want? And at Return Home, what we hope for is that our family's last act on this planet is one that can give back to it.
I'm Miana Massey for WJZ.
All makes you think.
Yes, those are things you don't want to think about,
right.
but it does make you think.
Yeah.